Hey there, meteorologist Johnny Lively doing a quick update regarding the tropics and the potential for heavy rain along the Gulf Coast states. The National Hurricane Center is still keeping a close eye, and so are we, on this area of low pressure that is somewhere in South Texas that looks to push somewhere in the Gulf, really kind of riding the upper Texas coastline today, mostly into tomorrow on Wednesday. And that's when we see that brief chance that this will try to develop mostly on Wednesday. I think that this is likely going to make us have some heavy rain today because of that cold front that's draped right over the Lone Star State. That's going to make us pretty wet today overall, 1 to 3 inches for southeast Texas as possible. Maybe some isolated areas getting some higher amounts. But this area of low pressure is mostly going to bring the heavy rainfall and flood concerns mostly into Louisiana and then portions of the deep south. So let's continue to keep going with this. So today, that front keeps all the action along the Gulf Coast states like Texas, Louisiana, and even Mississippi as Alabama. We're going to see rounds of tropical downpours this morning into the afternoon. Again, 1 to 3 inches of rain is possible for areas like Houston, Beaumont, and Lake Charles today. But the main thing that we've been kind of watching, because there's been some differences of where this can go, but I think we're locking in on this a lot better, that for southeast Texas on Wednesday, we'll still watch areas like Houston and Galveston and Beaumont and Orange. I think we can get some downpours on Wednesday, but I think the heaviest stays offshore for southeast Texas on Wednesday. But for Lake Charles and mainly New Iberia and Baton Rouge and New Orleans, all of this moisture and heavy rainfall looks to move into your region on Wednesday, less so for southeast Texas. So look at all of that onshore flow, heavy rain moving into portions of central and eastern Louisiana on Wednesday. Less of a concern for southeast Texas, more of a concern for Louisiana and portions of the deep south. Could see some heavy rainfall, some strong gusty winds in those regions. No big concern for southeast Texas. But today, again, we do have the potential for 1 to 3 inches for areas along the Texas coastline for Houston, Galveston, again for Beaumont, and some isolated areas could get some slightly higher totals. But if we're talking about the heavy rainfall potential Wednesday, that's mostly offshore for southeast Texas, and that's getting into portions of central and eastern Louisiana and into portions of the deep south. So that's our update. Y'all have a good Tuesday. We'll continue to keep watching this closely, but for southeast Texas, it's mostly today we're going to see the potential for some heavy rain off and on. I think tomorrow on Wednesday, this mostly stays offshore, but it does continue to go into Louisiana. So we're going to continue to keep watching those areas in Louisiana because that is in our coverage zone. Have a good Tuesday, and thanks again for tuning in.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.